place. So it's like a hot pot. And of course it's like Asian, so the people are actually the food. And then we all like are mixed in, and then in the water, and it's like we have our time and then we get out, but the thing is the time that we spend inside is like it's really great, and it makes a lot of flavors, and everyone like gets a little bit of experience and like wisdom from each other, and then they come out. So it's just like real life in a sense, because like we all come into it in this environment at different times, and then we all come out at different times too.
It would be bread because it's a staple and there's so many different forms of it. And even if you leave it for a diet, you want it when you come back, and then it makes you kind of fat because free food. And it's nice and warm and comforting sometimes when it's not stale.
I think masa would be a pizza because everybody loves pizza and it's something you could share and it's comforting, and masa is a big pizza in my life, that's why.
Do something out of like schoolwork and helps me focus on other things, and dancing is really fun, and being part of fusion is something really new to me, so I thought that it'll be a very memorable experience for me, and then I wouldn't have found that if it wasn't for masa, so
I'd say Masa, KF, and Fusion have largely just been my social circle during my time at UCSD. But more than that, I feel like it's just been like the chance for growth for me. I feel like, just like learning how to like talk to people, or, like developing myself professionally, meeting deadlines, staying responsible, or even just like, having like the courage to dance in front of a giant audience. These are all things that to me like help make the person I am today.
Masa, KF, and Fusion would definitely be one of the biggest highlights of my college career. I would say all three of them put together is like the perfect combination I could ever ask for. I don't think I even bothered trying other orgs out, but everything I think I needed in Masa, or I needed in college, was in Masa.
When you sign up for one, you kind of sign up for all of them. So, like, it's called Masa, it's just the parent, and then Fusion and KF are its children. So, like, if you got married to Masa, you automatically become the parent of those other two. What's it called? And you know it, that's why you married Masa. And you just can't have one without the other two, because they're that, like, connected. Like, not like that, like, there's like a third finger.
I think Masa gives them that first home, and they really feel at home in college for once. And so I think for me, KF gave me that extra confidence boost. Like having people that love you is really important, and it makes you feel so special. So yeah.
and going to go visit KF just makes me smile and happy, and then I feel better. I feel like they transfer positive energy onto me, and can always smile and come back with a smile back to my apartment.
Masa's given to me a feeling of acceptance, I think, that I haven't gotten from UCSD before.
I've had periods of like being really lonely in college, I guess, and I think that Masa is like the antithesis of that. It's like the opposite of that, I guess, because in Masa everybody's like you sort of can't hide in Masa. Everybody's trying to talk to you and include you in everything.
I think everyone makes it a family, but in particular, naturally, my actual family, the littles and the bigs, they really make me feel like a part of a family here.
Like the Confusion dance team, I think they make it a family. Whenever I go, they're always very welcoming, And when I went, there was no doubt that it was a family to me because I can always go back and they will always welcome me with open arms.
The family.
So for me, it's not like one person makes it a family, but it's more of saplings as a unit because we see each other at least once a week, if not like occasionally twice or more.
Definitely the older generation, people like April, Pat, who else was in there? You, Jeff, Eric. They're the ones who's been in the family business for a long time, and they literally brought me into the family. And so it's because of them that I'm able to make people who are older than me, same year, younger than me, to become part of my own family member. I definitely miss those people. So.
You know, masa is like soup. I think that masa means to me a place where you can be with people who warm your heart. They're just by being themselves, by being open, and everybody really is open here.
Don't be afraid to talk to different strangers, I think, because I think everyone's always like scared of starting conversations and stuff, but you can learn so much from people, and they really help you grow as a person. Yeah, don't be afraid.
Join Masa your first year. Because I only joined my third year, and I regret that.
Enjoy every single moment, and you know, even through every ups and downs, like just cherish every single memory because it's so insane how quickly your college life like really blazes past you.
To my freshman self, don't commit to everything. Rather, commit to the ones that you're able to do, so that you're able to enjoy what you're doing right now, and still have time afterward to let it sink in versus stressing it over other stuff and not really enjoy the moment.
I would tell my freshman self that I am more capable than I think I am, and I have a lot to offer. So you should just don't be afraid to try new things, even if you have to do it alone.
Probably the opportunity where I can meet new people and just have fun so easily. Because it'll probably be much harder once I get into the workplace and actually adult.
The food events. I really like food, and then I just feel like, at least for me, I like having, I guess, food involved with like people. I don't know, it's very comforting to me. So
Honestly, leaving here, what I'm gonna miss most is just a place where everyone is a friend. A place where everyone's just very open and accepting and will always like greet you with a smile. Groups like this are pretty hard to find anywhere in the world, so I'm pretty happy I found it.
I think being together, making like, you know, all the puns that we make together, all the laughs, all this, even though it's like some of them are really stupid jokes, like just that positive, warm atmosphere of like having this balance of not being serious yet still kind of getting things done, and just all like the hugs and all the love and all the warmth that's kind of present in our club.
I don't know, this year's KF is very, very close and so welcoming and friendly and warm and cute. What the heck? Y'all so cute, oh my gosh. But yeah, shout out to everybody on KF17. I'm really glad that y'all have been part of our team, really. Because of y'all, like my last year on KF has been really accomplishing. Yeah.
okay, so first shout out would be to my roommates, Paula and Joanna. They were KFCs this year, and you know, just watching them made me really happy that they were doing something that they enjoyed. So that was very inspiring for me, and I was also really happy that they tried to incorporate me too. So like I got to feel like I was KFC, but I wasn't. So
Shout out to Lindy for being there and driving us to In and Out at like midnight, and then like, yeah, for being a great partner.
And then obviously this year, the one that would make this year better than ever was Derek. So thank you, Derek. I would have never guessed that, like after Anime Expo volunteering and then just hanging out with you in Irvine will get us this far. Oh, and also Trash Maya. So that's Vivian, Kathy, and then Wendy and Lindy. I love you all. Thanks for making me a part of you. Stay trashy.
I think the most embarrassing moment was like my first dance workshop. I literally did nothing in front of the camera, but it taught me that I can, like, I can do things under pressure and that things can be learned, because it was my first time dancing, but I was still able to later on become a lot more used to being filmed, even though at first it was really embarrassing for me.
But probably one specific moment would be after social at BJ's, where I think I drove my car to Convoy, and the BJ's was literally right there, and I was staffed too, which makes it even worse. But what I learned was probably just don't be afraid to laugh at yourself once in a while. Like sometimes, you know, you're a jerk, but just laugh at yourself. It's a good experience to have.
I guess it'll be when I messed up on Fusion stage. That was kind of embarrassing. But I mean, yeah, I learned that like own your mistakes and keep dancing, I guess.
Thanksgiving, hands down. All the different foods, the lumpia, all the desserts, it's the best of times.
I feel like it's a toss-up between improv night and board games, because like board games, it's competitive. You get to deal with so many people. Like you could meet somebody that night and be like, I hate your guts and everything you stand for and sit for and breathe for, and then you're gonna be best friends. And then with improv night, you're like, hi, like again with strangers, and you're like, hi, I don't know you, but I'm gonna have to touch you and throw you over the shoulder for this skit, and like, and ha, you thought that I was weak because I'm small. Just kidding.
Carlsbad Flower Fields. I can legitimately say that because I've been wanting to go forever, and I was so excited to be part of like the planning committee for that, because I was like, yes, I will definitely be going to this event, and yeah, I did. So now I can say that I went.
And also, and then also, besides that event too, another one that I was really interested in was Assassins. I don't know, I've been hearing stories of everybody backstabbing one another, like, I don't know, it's like it has like a little scary competitive feel, which I'm like kind of into.
Honestly, probably like my last favorite event is Fusion. As much as that's really like cliche, Fusion is awesome because it's all led by us, and you don't get that like ever, and especially on that large of a scale, to have an entire student-run organization do an entirely student-run dance competition, like, and it's always people are like, this is the memories I have. And one of my friends used to be on Bacardi Modern, and like back in 2009, and I had no idea that he was a dancer, and he messaged me after I posted like my, like cry fest about Fusion, and he's like, you worked on Fusion? I was like, yeah. He's like, honestly, Fusion is the one dance competition I always remember. And to know that there is that much of a love for Fusion, like, makes me like love it even more.
I don't know. And another one was Let Me Sleep.
No more money. I spent all of it way too fast. I'm broke, man. I'm broke, senior. I need a job.
3 words. Cave Muscle Fusion.
I'm a grandma. That's 3 words, right? I feel so old. and you don't do anything fun anymore. I'm just settling down.
So the 3 words that I thought of to describe my senior year would be like transformative, memorable, and warm.
Feeling so attacked.
Everything led here.
Say daunting but rewarding. If it's 3 words, it'd be apprehension, hope, and progress. Because
What just happened?
Chen, who he's not here anymore, I don't know what he's doing. And Randy, Padua, and Ton, Tran, because those 3 people have probably seen all sides of me, and they have helped me grow in all aspects of my life, whether it's academically, professionally, socially, as a person. And this person has probably forgotten that I exist, but also Alan Wong.
Because he was my KF Cord last year for my first fusion, and I have to say, like he put in so much effort and dedication into being KF Cord, and he was always very welcoming and inviting for me to go to KF and know that he'll be there, because he was always so friendly, and even though he had so much on his plate, he still came to practices with a smile on his face.
This year I met Natika. She's a freshman, and she inspired me because she taught me that like anyone can be friends. Like it was really random. I wouldn't have reached out to her at first, but she reached out to me like at a random time after class and invited me to dinner. And then after that, we became immediate friends. So I was really surprised that she was younger and that she was a first year, considering like her outgoingness and everything. But I think she's inspired me to like get out there and be more of myself and not be so afraid to face people.
I really admire Jane, Jane Dwan. I really admire that she has a very clear vision of what she wants to do. I really admire that she's essentially like almost like a natural leader, that sort of thing. Like she's very confident in what she does. She understands what she wants and she knows how to get to it. She just has that drive to be able to get to where she wants to be in her life. And I really aspire to that. I look up to her as like a dancer. I look up to her as a leader. I look up to her as like a person to like talk to. And she's really derpy too, so.
My shout outs would probably go to Kathy. Oh, well, one of them would go to Kathy, and it would be something like, oh, thanks for, being so passionate about Masa and showing it and inspiring us to care so much about Masa too through your care.
It would probably be Josh Laroya, because I know like he takes on a lot, like being president on Masa staff, being on KF, being on KFC, and just taking a lot of classes at once. And yet, no matter how busy he is or how much lack of sleep he has, I know that he always has a positive mentality on things, and like he always exhibits like one of his best self in front of others, and I really admire that aspect of him. And he's also not afraid to just be himself too, which I really enjoy.
I'm sorry, Tom, but my favorite memory is the paintball day. I know, it was really fun. I got to shoot a lot of people. You were sitting there, broke your ankle, but it's different for both of us. I'm sorry.
Yeah, KF-wise, I would say Hell Week. Yeah, all the weird stuff that we do, like really, you do and say weird things at 4 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, Hell Week is fun. It may seem, Hell Week does sound kind of scary, but it's actually really, really fun. And I highly recommend y'all to join KF if you get a chance. Yeah.
After my first confusion dance workshop, I knew that Masa was right for me because I went by myself and the people there were so welcoming even though I was so quiet and didn't say much that first time, but I knew that I had to come back again.
So same thing I'm saying is over again. Definitely when Koi put me over, the funny thing is she wasn't expecting me to be the one to be flipped over. So originally she said that she was expecting Alyssa to be the one to grab her from behind, and she didn't want to flip her over. She just wanted to lift her up. but she told me that because I wasn't front heavy, literally like all my weight just flipped over her, and I landed like flat in my back, and then like she was staring down at me, and I looked at her and said, "Why, auntie? Why?"
So it was freshman year. I was doing assassins for the first time. Larry Lamb was trying to get me after my war and writing class. I sat on the stairs at Center Hall for about 3 hours. I ran back to my res hall like multiple times, like stopping on the stairs for like a good like 20 minutes. I think he had a midterm afterwards. I had nothing, so I was totally down to like sit on the stairs like all day. And once I had gotten back to my dorm and the day had gone by, the next day they instituted a stair rule. So if anyone out there is wondering why there's a stairs rule now, why there's a limit to how long you can be on the stairs, I'm the reason why.
I mean, I want to say getting on staff initially, becoming president, every fusion stage, because I've literally danced on 3 different fusion stages, trying out those 3 different, I did like 3 different committees. I did deco, I did marketing, I did graphics. Or maybe, it was freshman year when I first joined MASA, that winter quarter after fall quarter not being there forever, and I found out what MASA spot was. I sat at MASA spot, and I think every day for like, I want to say almost, I'm guessing it was a month and a half. I'm bad at time, but I feel like every day for a month and a half, I sat at MASA spot and met 3 new people every day. That's like 3 times 5 is 15 times.
I would say pretty much the first time I went to MASA event finally, which was winter quarter, one of the winter quarter GVMs, because I joined KF fall quarter 2014, and I didn't really bother going out to MASA events, but I finally went to one of the first GVMs in winter quarter of the next year, and everybody was really welcoming. All the staff was really welcoming. I was like, okay, I guess I could continue to come out to MASA events more. Yeah.
I think because in the first event that I went to was Fun Night, so I think after that I realized, wow, MASA is such a fun place to be, and there's people who are very similar to me there. That's when I.
Like, it was my first GVM, and then we were doing an after social, and then they invited me over to their place. It was like Josh, Andy, Allison, Quay, Randy, and yeah. Basically, Allison came up to me and asked me if I wanted to like hang out with them, and I was like, oh, sure. You seem nice enough. And so, yeah, I went and I had a good time, and that's how I stayed in MASA.
You know, last year I realized that I kept coming out to events even if no one was going to come out with me, or even if, you know, I was afraid that, you know, I'm probably just like pretty scary or creepy, and they're just like being polite when they talk to me. Like, something in MASA like kept me coming out, even like having all these feelings of like doubt, and I just realized that this was a good investment of my time.
For the older MASA members, thanks for being there and being friendly and open, because I think it means a lot to the people who like receive this warmth from you. And to the new MASA people, enjoy your college life. Yeah, enjoy your college life and have fun. And then like make sure you have a way to remember these moments. Like take pictures and like Snapchat if you have to. You'll look back at it in the future and really treasure this kind of thing. So yeah.
I'll just say to any new upcoming GVMers who are unsure about MASA yet, or who are trying to find a place, trying to fit in, I would say give MASA a chance. Because I know how at first when you start going into MASA, it might be very surface level, but once you get to know the people in MASA, you'll find that they're full of great people, and you'll find a family in MASA, I believe. Peace.
Everyone is really nice, and I feel like if I could go back in time, I would have joined Monster sooner, and I would have gotten to know everyone else much more. Spend more time with everyone, and I think I could experience it all for a little longer.
No, the first thing I'd probably say is like thank you to Mossa staff this year. No one really realizes just how much work Mossa staff does until they've seen it. Everyone thinks, oh, you know, Mossa staff's really laid back, it's really easy, and then you realize they have to put together 4 GDMs, countless events. You have Fusion Core to do all of Fusion. You have, you know, KF Core to do all of KF, and it's not easy. And like
to everyone who knows all the work that I've gone through, that means you were a part of it. And to everyone who has supported me, whether you know it or not, I guess I don't know if you will not know, but I want to thank you all so much for getting me as far as up to now, because it was a lot of work, even for me, and so all of you being very supportive, even the people in the room. If I know you, you probably made some sort of impact on me.